Yes, you are observing during our first session. So I hope that will be continued. Then copyright law, cybercrime law, and plagiarism test requirement must be strictly followed and observed in accomplishing course requirements. Sibot pasabot ani. If you are copying, pasting, copying, pasting the ideas of others, you need to recognize those others, or the authors, or the resource, or the source of that particular idea, do not have it as your own. So mo ni siya ang buot pasabot, no? So if you are going to copy paste, or you are going to have as your basis in your discussion, so you are going to acknowledge the author of that particular idea. And then failure to comply with the course requirements will result to incomplete grade, with the student needs to complete within the next semester. Okay, naturally, if you will not be able to pass all the requirements sa mga modules na 40%, so kung saan nimo pagkakuha og 40 minus pa sa mga wrong answers, so di gyud na kakuha og 40%. Failure to take the midterm exam and the final exam, either of the two, only one is complied. So naturally, you cannot get 30% plus wrong pa yung answer. Kayo ka na, nobody is expected to get perfect, no? So wala na gihapon imuhang 30%. Plus, you're in attendance in the synchronous session. Attendance, so how can you participate if you are in attendance? So again, you cannot get the 30%. Okay, so those are some reminders on your actions you are expected to in this course. Okay. All right, in the chat box, I'm here. If you are still here.
Yes, ma'am.
Kabuok out of 40. Okay. Sige. The next thing that we are going to do is to have a pre-test. No, pre-test for psychology of learners, only associated with identity crisis. You are not a stranger of this particular phrase. Is typically associated with A, early childhood, B, middle childhood, C, late childhood, D, adolescence. Identity crisis is typically associated with A, early childhood, B, middle childhood, C, late childhood, D, adolescence. Number 2, one of the theorists, according to Erik Erikson, the quality of mothering, mothering that the child or the individual receives determines whether the child will develop mistrust, B, isolation, C, guilt, D, identity crisis. According to Erik Erikson, the quality of mothering that the individual receives determines whether that individual will develop A. Mistrust, B. Isolation, C. Guilt, D. Identity crisis. Number 3, to develop autonomy among children, what should not be done? A. They should be allowed to experiment. B. Done things at their own. C. Overprotected. D. Praise their efforts. Repeat. Number 3. To develop autonomy among children, what should not be done? This should be A. Allowed to experiment. B. Do or done things at their own. C. Overprotected. D. Praise their efforts. Number 4. Scaffolding. B. Extrinsic. C. Reinforcement. D. Punishments. Repeat. Number 4. The assistance given to children by adults to reach higher development is called A. Scaffolding, B. Extrinsic, C. Reinforcement. Body from head to toe is called 2. Embryo, C. Fetus, embryon, C. 3, 4, 2, 1. D. 4, 2, 3, 1. Okay, I hope you got it. Number 7. While individuals are developing physically, they also develop socially and cognitively. This use is A. Unique, B. Sequential, C. Integrated, D. Continuous. Repeat. Number 7. While individuals are developing physically, they also develop socially and cognitively. Vicious development is A. Unique, B. Sequential, C. Integrated, D. Continuous. Number 8. Lapit na mo. And the last number. Toras tumoy siguro ang sumpay. Clark, Dave, si only number 1, dito ras tumoy. Lorraine, Jane, Scarlett, Bale, Yvonne, Sherilyn, Trisil, Grace, Fermelin, Jane, Rhea, May, or Colio, April, Joy, Kenny, only 1. May. Then Christy May. Ano ako ning i-pronounce, ako ning i-verbal para I will be familiar with the names, your names, no? Eva Marie, Kyla May, Fatima, Robbie Jean, Love, Axel Ray, Rosemary, Justin, Kimberly, Almera, Marian Grace, Hanilet, Ann, Aina, Sheila May, Glenson, Fiana, James Bryan, Sarah Moore, Cyrus, Hanny, Emika, Rogine May, Daniel, May Princess, Shasni Althea, Jenny Malingin, Romaline. Okay, so the last entry is Romaline. We still have 1 minute to wait for your answer. So while waiting for 1 minute, I will be making a folder for your quiz, no? Pre-test and considered and will be considered as your first quiz. Okay, this top 1-3. I 1-1. 1-1. PROFED02. Feb 4. 22. Okay, siya di pa na maihan nga mo na akong check-on. Okay. So, save na. So, balik ta diri, 30 na. Okay, so the last entry is from Romaline. Copy, paste. Okay, save. Minimize. Only, no? So, nakita na, wala pa. Hello? Kita na?
Wala pa, ma'am. Wala pa, ma'am.
Wala pa, ma'am.
Hello, siguro, nagpa. Wala yapon?
Wala pa gyapon, ma'am.
Uy, ano ba? Nakapoy maghulat.
Ulan man good, ma'am. Or gina ang signal.
Na pasilong-pasilong pa siguro to ba? Ning pasilong-pasilong pa. O makadagpayong ang module 1. Na magbinuta tani. Okay, so surya na lang sa ta. So the module 1, although you are going to answer the task between today until February 12 at until 11:59, still the topics will be reported by isa to akong gi-assign, Pia, Jessica, Sarah, Trisil Grace, Scarlett, Fatima, Rogin May, Christian, Apollo, and Axel Ray. So, na sila akong gi-assign sa module 1. Wala pa kaabot gihapon?
Mura baling alan.
Kuha na,
Wala yung naka-share screen, ma'am.
wala yung naka-share screen.
Wala naka-share screen. Kaning gid si ma'am. Anong wala man na? Uy, nag-screen share naman good ko. Ni-appear naman gani sa akong share. I-appear sa akong you are sharing your screen. Kita na ninyo nga maingon siya. Okay. Okay. Oy, saon man ni pag stressful ni oy. Okay, so wala pa nakita nagpasisino ka ang June 1. Ano to no? So, kung siyam inyong hinon ang pan equally para wala mahay. No, of course, ang first reporter will do the introduction. O, kapin niya na as the first reporter. Iyan yun ang introduction, pati ang learning outcomes o essential questions, kaya preliminaries na. Pero, na-siya ihang topic. No? So, you are going to divide among yourselves the topics for Module 1. So, there are 4 topics. So, maybe isa ka sa topic 1, naon niyo sa kadaghan, so, magbahin-bahin mo. Nakita na ko nga dapat dugangan di ay, no? I-appeal na ako si Honey Jane. Si Honey Jane, i-appeal na ako sa Module 1. Kay, pagbahin ako, ani, until ramang ko sa number 43. Unya, niabot man di ay mo og 49. So, again, Module 1, you are going to include Honey Jane Butingana. Absent na ba siya karon, no? Itagain na lang siya og bahin, no? Or makita man mo unya, di ba? Sa 10 to 12, din yung class or 10 sa noon, ingnon siya. Wala nga kaabot. Oy.
Wala gihapon, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Palo o ni Module 1, wala kaabot sa mga in your classroom, no? Nandito post mo ako na itong dugangan ni Andy Pamuko. So, actually, makalilit kayo mong gitrabaho. So, Module 1 is about basic concepts and issues on human development. So, basic concepts, concerns about human development. It is started with the introduction. This will be delivered by the first reporter. Then, comes at the end of the module, service teachers should be able to demonstrate an in-depth understanding concepts of human development, seeing approaches, and implications in the teaching learning process. No? So, sa ihang daang outcomes, we are given the idea nga we are going to know the different meanings of human development, ang mga approaches and ang implication of these approaches to the teaching learning process. You as a teacher and the learning of the learners. Then the second outcome is identify the developmental stage of learners in different curriculum year levels. Unsa man ang curriculum year level? O sa manang kinder, di ba? Natay kinder, natay grade 1, grade 2, grade 3 hangtod grade 6 hangtod karon grade 10. Nya dayon college na dayon. So curriculum year levels, no? Identify the developmental stages. What are the tasks that the individuals can do within those year level? Mabita nga, di pag yun magtudlo og higher math sa grade 6, sa grade 5, grade 6, even sa grade 7, 8, no? Dili pa ta ka kuha na ng higher math kay ang ilahang mind or the mind of the individuals cannot yet grasp the concepts of higher math. Kanus araman itudlo ang calculus? Di ba dire na sa college or dire siguro sa school? I do not know if you have calculus 1 in your senior high school. Ano naman ang itudlo dire sa lower year levels? Because dili pa kaya sa individuals. So, we're going to identify the developmental stages of its curriculum year level para kung ma-assign ta nga dili ta mabughat, dili ta ma-stress, nga ning bata di man kantigo, no? Sa ato na lang pukpukon. Pukpukon ulo pwede mabad ang trabaho. Or masakit ang heart kay ngano ang bata di jud ka mao ning utong-uto o istorya o lito ning tuwa dito hindi ko makasabot kay mao na may baato na kay unsa ray ihakaya, no? Sa kaya ana nga level pero individuality na pod mo matter. Individuality, the uniqueness of the individual. No two individuals are the same. So you are not going to compare one pupil to another because each of them is different. Mana nga extended jud permi ang atong pailo. Aron di nato mabuk ang bata o eventually magdata trabaho. But ay eskwela dahil din trabaho pagkaman go di ay pahawaon kay notebook o bata. Sunod, describe the developmental tasks in each stage and how these developmental tasks affect their role as future facilitator of learning. So similar ni siya sa discussion sa number 2, no? So unsay atong role as a teacher, facilitator of learning kung kani nga mga task dili magapanan sa mga bata in that particular age or stage. Di ba sa atong elementary o sa inyo di ay kay dugay naman kay ko nag-elementary. No, apo naman siguro mo nako. Okay, so sa atong elementary na atay sa among elementary sa akong pagka-elementary si ma'am free time naman namo ang 11:30 to 12. Ya di man may manguli kay ana naman may mukaon. So humanda yung paniod to tapokon dahil ni ma'am kay mag-remedial teaching, particularly itong mga bata wala makakuha sa iyang leksyon before lunchtime. O, kasagaran English man na sa buntag, then science, no? O, so, makakuha sa English, kasagaran yun English, mathematics, mo na remedial teaching, no? Kaya ano, bisan pa o saan liguan sa teacher tulo ay yung mga 2, 3 o 4, 5 or ka mga bata nga wag makuha sa leksyon. So during free time ni ma'am ihadjud nang gamiton para mag-remedial teaching. O kung dili sa buntag kay busy si ma'am, adto na po na siya sa hapon between 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Okay, so nga na nakakugihan mong teacher sa una, no? Nga I do not know karon murag mo manggihapon kay daghan sila gali no. Pero I do not know kay naman po mga graduate meaning Master of Arts students, MA students na teachers na sa DepEd. Ngayon sila pastil ma'am. DepEd ganang sa kuan ito kanang sa SUK pareha na to pino maestra siya nakandol siya first year college ha and then siya nga, ma'am, ambot lang gayud pro ng mga bata nga mga estudyante karon ma'am. Sa akong first year ma'am, nag-kumata terminology siguro to yung handle. Ma'am, di sa college student na di ka basa. I hope sa inyo, I'm sure you are very good in reading, no? Kay nakapasar good sa PNU. No? Basta na ingon jud siya, wa po ko ka kuan kay tanang estudyante nga nas PNU makabasa man gyud. Bisan pag magpiyong makabasa. Okay, pero ang iyang experience kanang sharing during sharing, ningon lagi siya nga, ma'am, na first year college na ma'am. Ay di pagkabasa. Ngan kuno ni ako og first year college di pa kabasa. Na unsaon na kay to? Unsaon na kay to kun di kabasa, no? Then
Nana, ma'am, sa isnas.
Dili als, oy. Dili als.
Nana, ma'am.
Kuan college student na di ay.
Akong papa, ma'am, maestro man, ma'am, sa college. Nasa may estudyante, di paghapon kabasa o kasulat. College na.
Lagi, tinuod yun dito. No, experience na lagi sa maestra sa MA. Ay, MA ba siya or doctor, PhD student. Oh, tawag, i-confirm ni mo. Kisa to nag-confirm.
Belarmino, ma'am.
Apollo, ikaw to?
Oh, ma'am.
Oh, Apollo, welcome to PNU. Nakailabi ako ni mo sa gamay pa ka doon. Di
Kana
ba?
magpasaw na, ma'am.
Oh. Wala ko kakita ni Monsa nakakaroon ka dako. Okay, sumauna na siya no. Grabe lagi. Na. Sumauna ni. Ano ka ang psychology ato niya? Ano ka psychology ato? May lang isa na kabuok?
Dili, ma'am. Unog.